Welcome to our in-depth exploration of trauma bonds and their dynamics after a narcissistic discard. In this video, we will delve into the complex world of trauma bonds, providing you with a comprehensive understanding of their characteristics, repercussions, and steps to heal. Whether you have experienced narcissistic abuse or seek knowledge on this topic, this video will equip you with the necessary tools to navigate this challenging journey. Let's begin. Point number 1. Defining trauma bonding. Before we dive into the post-discard dynamics, let's begin by understanding what trauma bonds are and their key characteristics. Trauma bonds are intense emotional connections that form between abusers and their victims, often stemming from repeated cycles of abuse and intermittent reinforcement. These bonds are characterized by a range of emotions: love, fear, dependency, and confusion. Victims often struggle to break free from these bonds due to the dynamics established during the relationship with the narcissistic abuser. Once the narcissistic discard occurs, the dynamics of trauma bonds take on a new intensity. It can feel like an emotional roller coaster with a mix of relief, confusion, and an overwhelming urge to reconnect with the abuser. After the discard, victims often experience stages such as shock, denial, anger, and even self-blame. These emotions are normal, but can hinder the healing process. Point number 2, the foundation of trauma bonding. Trauma bonding is a deep emotional connection often formed with an abusive partner after prolonged exposure to trauma. It keeps the victim tethered to their abuser, despite the harm they inflict. It's crucial to understand the mechanics of trauma bonding to overcome its hold on us. This is a victim's story. If you're anything like me, it will take a few brutal discards because you will still go back for more. We want that one last feeling of they care, but what you get is a few more feelings of they don't care. There is nothing worse than trying to extract love, compassion, and empathy from someone who doesn't care. Talk about emotional hell, here you will find it. And it's too late, the chase is on. You will plead, beg, steal, borrow, and speak with anyone who listens. As you try to plead your case, you will look like the mental one, not them. It's a hurtful thing to go through, being brutally discarded. It got to the point I was the one fleeing every time at last. It was the only time I would speak any truth to him on my way out the door. He would make sure that the door was locked tight, at least until he needed me again. He had mastered silence. He liked to play with my emotions. He would toss me a key in the high grass and wouldn't tell me he was doing it, but he would give me subtle hints that there was a key to be found. If I just chased enough, he might tell me where it is. And that was only when the new relationship was on the rocks or flopped completely. Then yes, he'd welcome me back with open arms. It was the most toxic relationship I have ever experienced, now that I'm out of it looking back. Did I appear insane? Yes. Would those on the outside looking in think I was the problem and he was just trying to love me? Yes. Did I deserve everything I got in the end? A brutal discard won't make you back off. It will make you crave and chase more abuse. The more brutal the abuse, the better it becomes. Your only hope comes when you piss them off enough. Then they will leave you for a little while. You need to get your expectations real, because there will be all kinds of harm if you really deal with narcissists. Otherwise, a little different twist on it is to keep going back until you get sick and tired. That is how pathetic you will look. Then, finally, you will realize it has had all to do with what he was showing you, but you're too stupid to pay attention. I am sure many of us relate to that story. Trauma bonding occurs due to intermittent reinforcement, where moments of ensnaring love and affection are interspersed with emotional cruelty and manipulation. This roller coaster of highs and lows creates an addictive cycle that keeps victims hopelessly attached. Point number 3, unraveling the dynamics, the twisted dance of trauma bonding. To fully comprehend trauma bonding, we must dissect its dynamics. Victims often face a state of cognitive dissonance, where their rational thoughts clash with their emotional attachment. Point number 4, breaking free, recognizing and healing trauma bonds. Breaking free requires a deep understanding of the underlying mechanisms. Narcissistic discard triggers intense emotional turmoil, making it difficult to let go. The abuser's tactics, such as gaslighting and love bombing, further entangle victims in self-doubt and confusion. This manipulation strengthens the bond, making it even harder to escape. Recognizing and healing trauma bonds is crucial for reclaiming your life and finding emotional stability. It requires self-awareness, education, and professional support. Point number 5, strategies for healing, empowering yourself for recovery. Now that we understand the dynamics of trauma bonding, let's explore strategies for healing and reclaiming your life. Please note that these techniques require immense strength and support, so proceed with caution. Here are some essential steps to help you break free from trauma bonds. 1. Self-reflection and education. Explore your trauma bond in depth, seeking knowledge and professional guidance. Understand your specific triggers and patterns to disrupt the trauma cycle. Read books, articles, and resources on narcissistic abuse, trauma bonds, and healing from such experiences. 2. Establish a strong support network. Surround yourself with understanding individuals who can validate your experience and provide emotional support. Connect with others who have experienced similar situations, join support groups, or consider therapy. Therapeutic interventions like trauma-focused therapy can be immensely beneficial. 3. Practice self-care. Prioritize your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Engage in activities that nourish your soul and bring you joy, peace, and relaxation, such as exercising, spending time in nature, practicing mindfulness, and indulging in hobbies you enjoy. 4. Establish healthy boundaries, saying no, prioritizing your needs, and setting clear limits. Point number 6, breaking free and moving forward. Remember, breaking free from trauma bonds takes time and patience. Surround yourself with positive influences, seek therapy, and educate yourself on healthy relationships. With dedication and self-compassion, you can heal from narcissistic abuse and rebuild a life filled with self-love and authenticity. Remember, healing from a trauma bond is a complex and deeply personal journey. By building resilience, connecting with resources, and nurturing self-compassion, you can break free from the hold of a narcissistic discard. You deserve to reclaim your life and thrive. Thank you for joining us on this insightful journey of exploration of trauma bonding after narcissistic discard. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe. Together, let's continue raising awareness, offering support, and fostering a community that stands against abuse. Until next time, stay strong, be kind to yourself, and remember that healing is possible. End of video.